Hello? Sorry? I'm just doing the best podcast in the world. I'll talk to you soon. Guys, welcome to Luke and Lewis. We're back at it again.
What just happened? Was that a fake phone call?
No, that was 100% real, mate. That was a very important business call, and I turned it down to record the show. You should be grateful.
Okay, thank you.
What am I listening to?
Come fatto male? Te lo so spiegare. Ma se tu fai tempo io ci posso che provare. Te lo posso dire in italiano e in francese.
Keelan sent me a link. Keelan sent me this link during the week. It's our intro song. It was recommended to him on YouTube. Who's it by? Some
Italian guy.
It sounds like some Russian man screaming into a telephone in a public bathroom.
This
I have the YouTube music app because...
By the way, I don't think it's Italian.
Because you...
No, it's totally Italian.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was driving the other day and my recommended...
Ruben, you speak Italian. What's he saying?
No, unfortunately, I don't speak Italian, Lewis.
Ah.
I have no idea what he's saying.
Why did you think Ruben spoke Italian?
He's got an Italian last name.
I have a Greek last name.
Well,
You fucking racist. You're a pig. What a bigot. I'm sorry,
I'm
guys,
just trying
about
to make
that.
Ruben angry. What is your last name?
Solopatius.
Ruben Sloppy Toppius.
Try again.
That was about as the biggest low blow. Like, it's not
Ruben
even.
Sloppy Toppius.
All right. Well, Keelan was like, "Can you please play this at the start of the show?" And I did say, "Yeah, but it might derail it a little bit." He goes, "Oh, he's so good," and it was pretty good.
That was confusing. I didn't. I just thought, because sometimes when you play the sound effects, I
just
get them a
sounds
little
shit.
bit weird. But then I started hearing all of this like radio interference over the top of our song.
That was actually Italian vocals.
So is that like? Do we have? This is very important to know. Do we have the song without the vocals, or did that guy take the song and put vocals on it?
He put the vocals on it.
I think it's a royalty-free beat, and that guy decided to rap over it. But what is confusing is that has 200 views on YouTube.
Oh well, we need to boost that up. He needs more views.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
chuck the link in the comments. But yeah, it has 200 views on YouTube, but and also let them know that you came from our podcast and that we're promoting it. But the problem is, why did that get recommended to Keelan? It must know that Keelan uploads stuff with that song in it all the time.
That is very weird.
Because I don't think Keelan has even ever searched that. Have you searched for District 4? The song is called District 4, I think.
No.
What's
never
this song
searched
called
for it.
though? The Italian song.
Se tu hai tempo.
Yeah.
That's weird.
HIA, I don't think that's an Italian word. That's why I don't think it's Italian.
But he sounds Italian when he's speaking.
Hang on, let's do another analysis of it.
Why would you rap over this?
My favorite's yeah, the echo.
Come fatto male? Te lo so spiegare. Ma se tu fai tempo io ci posso che provare. Te lo posso dire
he
in
sounds
italiano e in
Italian.
francese. Ma sai che c'è amore a Parigi?
Yeah, see, Ruben speaks Italian. I don't know why he's put so much echo on it though.
Lewis. Yeah, sorry, I meant Ruben. Yeah, Ruben speaks fluent Mario. Do you like that one?
I think Sloppy Toppius was better.
I mean, yeah, I mean it was about as creative.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, big episode coming up. Lewis is doing his Big Brother recap segment because
the most
Keelan's
anticipated segment in the world. You know, no one really likes the Big Brother recap, but let me tell you, people love the Big Brother recap.
Keelan disagreed then.
I've had so many messages and so many comments saying, man, the Big Brother segment's the only reason I've subscribed to this channel and the only reason I watch this show.
Okay, could you send me one of those screenshots now?
Yeah.
No, but the problem is there are a couple. So, but I would like to see more than 5 though. I I did see a few floating around, and I like to think they're mocking you and they're giving you a false sense of.
I would say that's less positive affirmation, more sarcastic bullying.
Yeah.
How good was my last recap though? That was really good.
I don't remember it
I
because you didn't.
banished it from my memory.
You just you say a bunch of names. You're like, oh, Kieran and Chad or whoever. I don't know who's on the show.
Ooh,
You're like,
Chad.
oh, Sarah did
Speaking
this.
of
and,
Chad.
Dan, the footy player. This is the final one, right? Because it's finished.
So because I've saved up for 2 weeks, this is a 3-minute Big Brother segment.
Oh.
I think you're breaking the rules here. Also, 1 minute
be
plus
2
1 minute
minutes.
is not 3 minutes.
How do you justify the extra
the
minute?
the week before, you guys made me do it without my will, like against my will. So I'm still saving that 60 seconds. It's like interest. It's like it's saved up, right?
No,
It's a
you don't
savings
get
account.
an extra minute because you already did an extra
Yeah,
minute.
you did already do it. Yeah.
But I didn't do it. I was forced to do it, so I guess I get to
That
do it
doesn't
again.
mean
How about
you don't
this?
get an
We'll
extra
skip
minute.
the
though.
Big Brother recap, and then we'll just do the Big Brother recap.
What if?
No,
what
but then
if
you have
I
nothing to
settle
recap,
and we
Lewis.
just do 2 minutes.
Yeah, I
of
know,
it?
and then we'll just get over with all this shit really fast, won't we?
Well, August 5th is when Celebrity All Stars in the USA starts, so maybe I can.
Anyway,
do it.
Oh!
guys, I said we're doing it at the end. Let's
Okay,
save all this
alright.
arguing until about the 50-minute mark once most people have
Okay.
tuned out.
Great,
Okay.
that's a good idea. Yeah.
Great. So while we've still got the majority of our listenership, I wanted to do an update. Last week, we had a potential sponsorship offer for the show
Well,
from...
you say potential, I say a definite no.
Well, it was disappointing that you felt that way. We did get offered by a girl to do a OnlyFans sponsorship. She was also an escort, so she wanted to know about our Sydney demographic. And Lewis said it didn't fit the tone of the show to sponsor an escort.
I just feel like sponsoring a prostitute or getting sponsored by a prostitute during quarantine, it's not the best look for the show.
I mean, Sydney, they're not in lockdown. They can,
So would you say? Is it on the table for a few months in the future then, Lewis?
I'm having a table it.
No,
We
well,
can pin
I-
it. Let's pin it.
Look,
Let's
I
just
don't think we should pin it. I feel like we should just say thank you very much, kind lady. No, thank you.
Okay. Well, we did have an update, and I guess a new piece of information that I just didn't share. I didn't think it was relevant because I just wanted to get your point across. But it says, "Hey again, guys." So this is from the escort, the OnlyFans person. Hey again, guys. Just wanted to start off by saying Ep 105 was a banger, especially after the burning trash that was episode 104. Forget what we talked about, but I was probably shit. I almost wanted to rescind my offer after watching that. Okay. I'd also like to apologize to Luke. I didn't realize that when you Google my name, the only result is my very graphic Twitter, as opposed to my more sanitized Instagram. Now, what I didn't mention was that this person is actually a transgender prostitute. So they follow up. They follow up by saying, "Luke's seen my dick. Ha 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 ha. Shame
What's
we
their
couldn't work."
Twitter?
The name.
Right.
I mean, are we publicly giving it away? I don't know.
Okay, send me a link. Yeah. Because obviously
'cause
we're not going to give away free
again,
sponsorships.
When I got this, here's the thing. When I got this email, I actually went straight to the Instagram to see if it was real. And that's
I
why
also
I
looked
said,
at the Instagram and it looked pretty legit, but it just kind of seemed like a normal Instagram with a.
I mean, I did realize that the person was transgender, right? But I
Yeah.
didn't look too far into it. I just thought, oh, that's not relevant. This is about a sponsorship for the show. I'll bring that up and I'll run it by Lewis. 'Cause,
I mean,
you know,
who cares what you have between your legs? What's
doesn't
really
matter.
important is what's in your pocket.
the cash. So I was like, I'll bring it up on the show. And you just were against the whole idea together.
Yeah, well,
Right?
now that I found out that it's a chick with a dick, I'm kind of coming on board.
Okay, you're coming around. This is good. Maybe I should have mentioned that.
Oh, where's this link? I want to look. Oh,
And then it said, anyway, I also understand if your audience isn't ready for a transgender hooker with a dick bigger than most of them. Now, this is what Keelan and I have noticed. Keelan and I have noticed.
That's graphic.
It is. The Twitter's very graphic. Now, upon reading this email, I'll be honest. Keelan and I were playing PlayStation. We both got a little bit curious.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you can't not look, can you?
I know. When someone goes,
Holy
look, see my
fuck.
dick. And I'm like,
Wow, she's
Well, I
got
have
3
it.
legs.
it's fucking huge. It is. Like, absolute
Holy
mad
fuck.
respect.
This
Send me
bitch
the
got a
link. I'll just
tripod.
send it to you on Facebook.
Dude, Keelan went, oh my God. That's like, Keelan was just, could not believe it, was overwhelmed with the sheer girth of the penis.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So, I guess, does that
shocked.
change your mind, Lewis?
Well, I don't think it changes my mind at all. No, the size of the woman's penis doesn't change my mind over whether or not we should take her money. No.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Disappointing for the show, but I guess great for her. So that's good. But yeah,
Sorry for her clients.
well, yeah, we. Well, or you could, maybe that's you could feel great for them. That Anyway, she said she's happy to answer any questions. Blah blah blah. I feel like after all this, we should. But here's the thing: we don't do shout outs.
I think I know enough about her.
No, but I think
I don't
she
need
was
to know anything else.
No, but she was keen. I think she's still pretty keen to get her thing shouted out. But the problem is we don't do shout outs.
No, we don't.
So-
No.
It's the one rule of the show.
We're not, Luke, I'm just going to put the foot down. We're not redirecting our audience to check out this trans woman's hog. That's
Okay, but
that's not what we're doing on the show.
yeah, but she kind of says, like, she goes, "Oh, if you don't want to give me any free publicity, that's fine. I totally understand." But like, she doesn't mind. That's why she wanted the sponsorship. She was going to pay for the publicity.
Well, look, okay, maybe this is something that you could work out an arrangement. Well, in your podcast, that's why we have our own podcast. We can advertise whatever we want. So how about this? You can get sponsored by this woman on your podcast.
Yeah, it doesn't fit the tone of that show.
Oh, so
either.
now it doesn't fit the tone. Well, what about your main channel? You've done sponsorships there before. All of the
Actually-
shows have been cancelled. We need to make money somehow.
Dude, I would be genuinely up for that. For like just a bachelor video or something. I'm like, this video is sponsored by this chick's dick, And, anyway, she sends up for it and she was a great sport. So, yeah, thank you very much for that potential sponsorship. Unfortunately, we do have to decline. As Lewis said last week, the honest reason is often clients go, who have you been sponsored by in the past? And we want to at least maintain a squeaky clean image in the branding game, in the advertising
It's
world.
like you can't have, like, we've only ever had one sponsorship. You can't have 50% of all previous sponsorships be a dick.
Yeah.
It's not,
Which
not
is
very
unlucky.
good.
That's just,
Yeah.
unfortunately, that's business,
Yeah, that's how it is in this cold world.
So yeah, that was just a little update there, Lewis.
Yeah, well, that's good. That wasn't really a little update at all. That was quite large.
It was about a 7-inch update. 7 to 9.
Okay, that's enough. That is enough, guys. I wanted to talk about the gym saga that we have going on our show. So Melbourne's back into lockdown. You have to wear masks. I've read that your team World Gym. I've always been team Gym.
Been a
going to the
great year
actual
for the
gym.
World Gym. Been a
Yes.
great year. I mean, look, not really it's not like the World Gym did anything to get new clients. It was more the world, Mother Nature kind of was trying to get people out there. Maybe the Mother
Nature stepped in. Yeah.
Nature steps in and was like, work out in me, not inside.
Yeah, and I was previously all in with Team Gym, but that seems to be exclusively how you catch this virus. Is everyone's getting it at a gym. If you go to a gym, you're going to cop it. So I am putting a temporary hold on my Gym ambassadorship, and I can't promote it anymore. That being said, Luke, I am still against the World Gym.
I was really disappointed you didn't stop just after you said the thing about the gym, because I was about to welcome you to the Luke Kidgel School of Fitness. You would be our newest member.
Yeah, right.
But clearly you don't want a
also
membership.
be the fittest member, because it seems like anyone who works out at the World Gym doesn't actually work out at the World Gym. They just
not true.
talk about it.
Did 33 kilometers this week.
Oh, that's very good.
I mean, not yeah. I mean, my like compared to my running
for
mates.
you, it's very good for you.
Thank you. Yeah, it was actually self-improvement, but
Yeah.
if you're into running, you'll know that that's only about 5 kilometers a day, just under 5 kilometers a day.
Yeah.
It's not actually that impressive, but it is something.
Was this not in one session?
I said in a week. 33
I thought
kilometers.
you meant in one thing. I was like, oh, that's like a car.
That's almost a marathon.
Yeah, that's what I was so impressed. I don't know how
Why
running
would you-
works, bro. Fuck the World Gym.
You think I can just go out there and almost do a marathon of no training? I probably
Mate,
could.
that's
We
how
should-
you talk.
I mean, I've done it before. I've said before I can walk to work, and I did that. I'm not going to say on the show
Okay.
that I can do a marathon of no training.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. Look,
It's
okay,
not not good for your
What
health.
I'm saying, mate, is while the gym might be on a
But I could, though,
very
by the
long,
way.
Well, no, you couldn't.
I could. I just don't want
Go
to.
on, do it
I
right
could.
now.
Oh, well, this will be a 7-hour podcast.
I know. I know. While I'm very much against the World Gym, because obviously, you know, it's not an efficient way to train. The people who say they're part of the World Gym, they all look weird and scrawny, or they
Nope.
have dad bods.
Well, yeah, now that you're in it, they're scrawny, but all right, continue.
Well, no, I'm not in it. I haven't stepped foot in it, and I never will. All right, the World Gym is outside, and that's not what I'm about.
yeah, because you have asthma and you
yeah.
have a weak immune system.
Yes, that is correct. Well, look, Luke.
You're not
I've
welcome, quite
decided-
frankly.
Look, hey, mate, I don't want to be part of your cult, okay?
It's not a
I don't
cult,
wanna be,
it's a movement.
Yes, it is. Well, look, I'm saying here and now that the World Gym sucks. The gym is closed, so it's time to start up the home gym. That's right. I'm team home gym, building a home gym. I got a bench, I got dumbbells. I had my first home gym workout today. I'm smashing it. I'm going to look great.
Here's the thing. Since the start of the World Gym, I've been very pro home gym. It was actually a subsidiary of my movement, which was working out at home. The thing I didn't like about the home gym was people still using gym equipment.
Yes,
you know?
that's what I'm talking about. I tried the home gym body weight stuff. It wasn't working for me. I'm very light. Me working out, doing push-ups, it feels like I'm just lifting a piece of paper up and down.
Here's what I will allow in your home gyms if you're part of the World Gym movement. I'll absolutely allow a punching bag, stuff like that. Just not a treadmill. Treadmill is the weakest form. If you work out on a
I'm on
treadmill,
the same team with you.
what is wrong with you? Leave the house, okay? You don't need to walk. Inside. That's sad.
It really is sad. Every time I see someone in the gym on a treadmill, I'm like, just join the World Gym, okay?
Yeah.
You're not doing this.
And if you're doing these ones at home, okay, not about that. All right, I don't know what they're called, but something to do with your fucking arms.
Pec deck on the fucking...
Yeah, what are the ones where they go in?
Yeah, pec deck.
Pec. That's what it's called, a pec deck.
I think it has another name as well, but that's what I used to call it.
Crunches?
No, that's not
That's a
definitely
totally
not a
different thing.
crunch. No, absolutely.
Crunch is
that's
an
not what that is.
abdominal workout. Jesus.
Okay.
I don't think
All right,
Ruben
disregard
attends
that.
any gym.
No.
I haven't. I've almost never been to a gym. In fact,
What do you mean almost? Once
I
you
went.
past
I
it.
went. I went for school once in like year 9.
Right.
And you were like,
Apart-
never again.
I didn't hate it. I just don't personally see the value in it.
In fitness.
Yeah. By the way, I'm
you don't see
also
the value in being healthy.
No,
I'm also-
I'm fit. I just don't. I don't want to tone my body. I don't want to. I don't care for that.
Oh,
yeah, because you're not
above that,
elite
yeah.
like Lewis and I. That's fair enough. I get
Yeah,
that.
you're
Well,
not an elite
have a second look at both of you. I think. And
Yeah. You know what? Hey, mate, you know what I see? Every time I post a shirtless photo, comments stacked, okay? So,
No,
Alright, well,
there's a
not
lot
from
of
girls.
comments, but a lot of them are mocking you. It's like kind of like
I
Keelan's
said-
Big Brother segment. A lot of
look, I didn't
sarcastic
say-
bullying.
I didn't say what the comments said. I said the comments were stacked. I stand by that, okay? But that's all about to turn around, all right? I'm going to be huge by the time quarantine comes out. As soon as quarantine's over, guess what? There's a new monster in town, and you better start running. It's me.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, get this. Meg, you know how Meg said I
Meg.
look like the Grinch the other day, Meg?
Yeah.
She said I look kind of good.
Kind of good. That's
Kind of good.
that's kind of good. Yeah.
So we're improving, you
Yeah.
know?
and
I'm
that's
shredding.
what it's all about.
Yeah, exactly. So, by the way, just to finish that thought, the other items I will approve in the Homeworld gym is I don't mind like a yoga mat or something to do your sit-ups on. That's fine. And I also don't mind a free weight for some reason. I think that's just more organic
Really? I
than...
would say that's... I've got a bench
No,
and
like
I've
if
got
you have a
dumbbells.
bench press, like
Yeah.
then you're trying too hard. But like, yeah, dumbbells, I don't mind.
Well, I've got a
Even-
bench press
even
and
a long-
dumbbells.
Yeah, but even a big free weight, I don't mind that because I have done that in the past.
Right. I think you're just opening up. You're trying to absorb my franchise into yours, and I'm not.
No,
having
only if you
Home
do it
gym,
from home though,
copyright it.
because paying to lift something is so stupid. Imagine paying to lift something and then put it down again, and then you leave and you go, "Oh, thanks." Like, why would you pay for that experience?
So you don't look like the Grinch.
Yeah, no, but you can buy it, pay an
Yeah.
upfront cost for the weight, and then from then
No,
on you're
dude,
lifting
it's
for
so
free.
expensive. That's what I thought. I was like, oh, when I've decided, I'm like, okay, well, I'm probably not going to go to gyms for like 6 months. So I'm like, oh, I'll just buy stuff, and it'll probably work out cheaper over the course of a year, dude. Metal is so expensive because that's
Yeah,
all
it
the
is.
way it is. It's just a hunk of metal. So expensive.
Yeah, they are expensive.
Yeah, so I had to get this bench, and then I got dumbbells. I thought I was going to get a whole thing. It's crazy expensive. I got all the cheap stuff, and even then I was still like, oh, I don't know if I can be doing this if I'm not doing shows.
Yeah, it actually is pretty expensive. But you know what? That's why the World Gym's free, you know? So that's why I mainly support the World Gym.
Well, you know what? You get what you pay for, guys, and the home gym's where it's at.
Well, it's fun. You don't need to pay for it, is my point. There's a bunch of people out there shredding it at the moment. It's busier than ever.
Are you wearing a mask when you go out and run?
No, not when I'm running. You don't have to wear it when you're running. I wear it when I'm walking.
Oh, you don't have to?
No, not cycling or running. You don't have to.
That's good. I thought that was stupid.
I've
that
seen
was a
people
rule.
running with a mask. I give people a really wide berth because people feel absolutely uncomfortable when you run past them. I try and avoid like really busy bike tracks and stuff because everyone else is wearing a mask and you're just puffing along, and I know it makes people feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I think it's stupid to wear a mask while running. But if someone were to run past me no mask, I would be like, you disgusting animal.
Yeah, people look at you like you're a fucking pig, so I just give them a really wide berth.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though I'm out there improving my body, you know. Anyway,
I'm,
guys,
I'm surprised how many people are wearing it. Although you see those people around.
it's
that,
the
like,
law.
Clearly. Yeah, but I just thought that, I don't know, I guess I've been seeing too much shit in America of people just like not doing it.
Again, there's a very different attitude over here. Did you see all those the videos of the Karens
So
talking to
good.
the Bunnings employees and the cops?
Yeah.
My favorite was the one of the lady filming the cops. They were pulling her up for not wearing a mask. If you haven't seen it, went pretty viral this week in Australia. And my favorite part was they're like, oh, look, we're going to take you, your details. We'll process it at the police station. She's like, I don't consent to that. I'm like, and they're like, what? You don't have
consent
to.
being arrested. If
don't
that's
have
if
to
that's how police worked, no one would be in jail. It'd be like, oh, excuse me, mate, you've actually killed 6 women. We're going to take you to jail. And he just goes, oh, no, thanks. I'm like, all right, well, here's your knife back. On your way.
It's crazy that they think they have the right to consent to everything now. You're just like, well, I don't consent. It's like, well, I don't give a fuck. Come with me.
Yeah, the woman was like, she was wearing no mask in Bunnings and she was like clearly not there to get anything. She was just there to film that video to try and and be antagonistic and shit, which is just pathetic.
Trying to prove a weird point.
Yeah, and like the employees were so good. They were just like, oh, you need to wear a mask. It's store policy. And she's like, you're discriminating against me because I'm a woman. And he's like, no, you just need to wear a mask. It's store policy. Then she starts citing all of these human rights like the Charter of Human Rights here in Australia. And like that's the same woman that would be like, oh, you can do whatever you want on your private property.
Yeah.
You know, if a business has a dress code, it's a dress code. It's
because it's
very
not
funny.
even. It's just like, don't shop there. Then go to Mitre 10. See if they have a problem with it.
Or shop online if you really don't want to wear a mask. I mean, I'm getting everything online. It's really
I can't believe how polite those police officers and the employees were.
Yeah.
Because like I wouldn't have got angry. I just would have been like, I just still would have said, I don't care. But they were so polite. They handled it too well.
I know.
I wanted the guy to get angry. I was like, dude, you could, ruin this girl's video. You could just like absolutely destroy her in front of millions, and just was really polite about it.
Let her ramble on and talk about all of her shit. I don't know. It's like, it's really. I think a lot of people are going crazy though, just staying home. It is weird. Like I've gotten so bored. I don't know what to do. I was like, oh, I'm going to go down to the park and feed the ducks. And then Jazz reminds me, oh, that's illegal. I was like, oh, okay, fuck.
I mean, no. Oh, yeah, to stop and feed them. It's not illegal to go for a walk.
I'm not exercising. I could run around the pond while throwing food in there.
I was going to say, you could run with a bit of bread and just keep going,
Yeah, that's
like,
good.
As long as you keep moving at all times. Well, yeah, so we need to talk about what we talked about on the secret podcast this week. Lewis.
Yeah. Well, I would appreciate you keeping that a secret because it is a secret podcast. It's something that only Patreon supporters get, and you can't fucking tell anyone about that.
Guys, if you could just rewind the podcast and unhear that would be great. I didn't say anything. So we were having a discussion that was recorded somewhere else.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say where that discussion was recorded.
Absolutely not.
We're all four of us were in this discussion. Ruben, Keelan, Lewis, and I. And
well, look, I don't really want to confirm that, but there are rumors saying that that could have happened.
It's all hearsay.
Yeah.
So we may or may not have had a discussion where we may or may not have been talking about Keelan's standing ovations that he received on our podcast tour last year. For those people who were listening back at the show last year, we did 5 shows. Yes, 5 shows all around the country, every major city, and I think it was Keelan was doing a 5-minute set to open the show. Stand-up comedy. He's never done stand-up before. It was mainly D's nuts jokes.
He made a huge call before this tour even started. He was like, oh, I'll open. And we were like, no, you can't do that. You've never gotten on stage before. It's very scary. 100 people who are expecting a good comedian. This guy gets up and goes, oh, D's nuts. We're like, that's going to be terrible. And then he made a big call. He's like, I could do it. I'd smash it. I'll get a standing ovation. And so we dumbly, very stupidly called his bluff. We were like, okay, sure, let's give this idiot an impossible task. It'll never happen. And then he did it. Show 1, show 2, 3, 4, and 5. Standing ovation every single show.
Over the tour, he actually got 7 standing ovations off 5 performances. Some performances he got 2 because he prematurely ended 2 of them early. The audience thought he was done, stood up, and then Keelan went, oh, no, I forgot a bit. And then told them to sit down again and continued the story. So not often do you get the mid-set. But the first show in Brisbane, the rule was if he got one at the first show, he could then continue opening for the rest of the tour, which obviously happened. Now, the reason why this may or may not have been brought up on this other bit of audio was
I wasn't there.
We were to. Well, you think you might have been.
Well, people are saying that I was there, but I wouldn't confirm that.
But say if people wanted to confirm it for themselves, where would they get it?
Well, look, I don't want to, give any air to all of these scurrilous rumors, but if people wanted to find out for themselves, they could check the Patreon. I mean, it's probably not there. I would say that it's almost definitely not there, but some people are saying that it is and that it's very good. But I can't really confirm that.
Mm-hmm. I also can't confirm that, but I will say it sounds about right.
Yeah. Well, debatable.
So anyway, the reason why we're discussing this is because we were talking about the effects, obviously, of no stand-up comedy, and I was saying that Keelan must be hurting pretty hard because he's only ever had he's only ever had standing ovation. So if you've experienced that much success in your career so early, and now he can't even perform and get standing ovations, how is it, Keelan? Is it hard?
It's hard. It's really quite depressing.
Yeah. Because you just want to feel that rush of the people on their feet, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going through withdrawals at the moment.
Well, a few people...
Big delay for withdrawals. I would have thought you'd have withdrawals, you know, maybe a month after we finished the tour.
Yeah.
And if you really missed it, you probably could have gotten back on stage, maybe jumped up at an open mic. You didn't feel like doing that.
Oh, I was busy.
Yeah.
But, you know, when the time came, I couldn't. Yeah.
Probably just signing autographs, to be honest. He's a busy man.
Responding to DMs all day. You know, I'm pretty busy.
Well, there has been, I guess, over the last few months, like a definite push for people to see Keelan's set. And it was never uploaded at the time. It was always just like, when we get to see Keelan's set, it was purely a live event. So we, again, it may not have been discussed, but we have decided that there is a way for you all to see this set. So see, arguably the best stand-up comedy set of all time, because this set has got 7 standing ovations behind it. Mm-hmm. It's audience approved 7 times.
Oh,
so
yeah, like you've never seen anything like it.
We didn't want to give it away for no reason, though, and I guess we wanted to see if there was a demand for people to see this. Now, there's few things that people will never see, at least yet, on the internet. The fog bit, it's purely a live event. It's the best bit of stand-up comedy. Yeah. And I don't think there's any amount of
I was actually, as
likes.
the official representative of the fog bit, Luke, as my client, you'll be interested to know that I actually was in talks with Netflix for a little while about maybe doing a comedy special that was...
Not surprised.
A few minute, just a few minute bit. Just the fog bit, so it went for a few minutes to be the shortest special they've ever made, but also probably the best. But they were talking chump change. $100 million turned it down.
Thank you.
Yeah,
that's very respectful of the bit. I appreciate that. I scoff at that amount. 100 million.
Yeah, 100 million. Ridiculous.
Fucking insulting. People pay for that platform.
Yeah,
yeah, it's disgusting. Anyway, so we've decided on a deal. Keelan's agreed to the this deal because he was also a bit hesitant of putting it out there because, again, do people deserve Keelan's set? We'll put up a post on our Instagram during the week. Yep. And we were originally going to do, if this post gets so many likes, then we'll think of it like, no, that's not the same because this post, people appreciate this bit via claps, by standing ovations. Yeah. So if the post we put up gets 5,000 clapping emojis, like the little clap things, 5,000 comments with the clap emoji, we will upload Keelan's set to our YouTube channel.
The best set of all time. But man, if you think, honestly, here's what I think is going to happen. We're going to get 5,000 clapping emojis on that post. Then we're going to drop the post, and we're going to get 10,000 clapping emojis on that post. All these people standing up, clapping.
Wait, so do you think on the So okay, so do you think in the YouTube comment section there's going to be 10,000 claps?
Absolutely. In fact, you know what's going to happen, and I want to see this. I want to see people putting this stand-up bit on their TV, on their computer, and just fucking standing up and clapping. I want to see that. Send us those videos. Just like standing ovation to the fucking laptop. That's how good this is.
Well, so I guess let's not get ahead of ourselves. It still needs to get 5,000 comments. On average, our posts get about 30 to 40 comments.
Mate,
so
easy.
It's a little bit of an ask, but we only have 10,000 people that follow us on Instagram. So we're relying on, I guess, half the people.
I think it's worth it. So, and you know what? Multiple comments count. I think it's going to be one of those things. There might be 5,000 there, but there might only be 7 people doing that.
Just commenting. 5 people commenting 1,000 times. So, if you want to see Keelan's live set from these shows, that is the way to get it. And if the post gets 500,000 comments, I'll consider uploading the fog bit.
Well, it's going to have to be 500,000 and then like $300 million also.
Yeah, 500,000 and then I'll consider it. I never promised anything.
Yeah. I've been talking to Amazon Prime. Jeff Bezos made a few $1 billion in the last few weeks, but I don't know if he can even afford the bit.
Yeah, so once we've finished the 5,000, there's no need to stop commenting, is what I'm saying. You know? Because we've achieved goal 1. We all get to see Keelan's set. But if we get another 495,000 comments, the fog bit could be on its way.
What's happening?
We're about to commence a monthly test of the building's emergency warning system. No action is required upon these terms and announcements, as this is for test purposes.
This is in
only.
Keelan's building, by the way.
Tone you'll hear will be the alert.
Let's get the shit out of me.
Do you have
didn't
a
even know there was
PA
speakers in
in
the-
your
I think every
apartment?
apartment building does. Oh no, is this gonna happen? Is that it?
Following tone is the evacuation tone. This is for test purposes only. Thank you.
Oh,
At least you know what the evacuation.
At least I was
tone is.
awake and not a...
oh, for fuck's sake!
Alright, I think that's it.
This has to be the most unprofessional podcast in the world. We're just airing apartment
Ridiculous.
security testing. Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
Now, guys, I want to move on to the next thing. I just wanted to start off with some terrible
Before you do,
news.
Lewis,
Yeah.
just another reminder, Keelan's Big Brother segment coming up soon, and followed by Lewis's Big Brother recap. Just wanted to plug that in there.
Well,
Keep
no,
people in.
Keelan does the Big Brother recap. I do the Big Brother recap.
Sorry, the recap.
Okay. Yes, as one of the biggest fans of the Big Brother recap, I feel like you should know this.
It's true.
Well, I might argue that actually I do the Big Brother recap because Mike Godman actually does do the Big Brother recap.
but you
so-
don't recap his recap.
That's a good
You
point.
recap the show. You do your version of his recap. You actually
Yeah, I would
copy
say you
Mike
do.
Goldman.
You do Keelan's less good version of the Big Brother recap.
Well, I don't know if that's true, but okay.
Mm,
You reckon?
know what? I've
Mate,
watched some
who's,
of
who's the one who has a online only show streaming on Channel 10 streaming service? Okay, Is it
Lewis?
Channel
you?
7.
Channel 7, whatever.
Lewis. I've actually
Yeah.
watched some of Mike's, and I also don't know if that's true. I think Keelan's really holds up.
Oh, that's right.
Go on.
It's not rude. I enjoy Keelan's segment.
Yeah. Oh, you don't like Mike Goldman's online only Channel 7 Big Brother recap?
I just think he's too close to the show. I like Keelan's
Yeah.
opinions from afar. You know,
Right.
I think
Okay.
he reflects more what the average Australian viewer thinks while watching.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see about
And
that.
also, I like that Keelan's one only goes for a minute. That's the main plus.
that is very, very good, isn't it?
All right, guys. Now back to Lewis's segment.
Now I've got some bad news. Fans of the show are going to be very shocked by this, and I think that all of us really need to take a good look at ourselves and really fix this. Because if we don't stop this from happening, it's going to be a disaster. I checked the numbers, and officially, TikTok is our second biggest social media platform. With 10,000 followers, it is almost bigger than our YouTube channel. This, boys, unacceptable. This can't happen. We can't be the guys on TikTok who also do a podcast. It's not on.
At this point, the show is heading that way. And what's frustrating is I see a lot of the comments on our TikTok videos, the Luke and Lewis TikTok, and they're going, "Oh, this podcast is so funny." And I'm like, "I bet you haven't watched an episode. You
Yeah.
enjoy watching 15-second snippets because your brain's small."
Yeah, and I think we need to discuss ways to overcome this. My
I don't
first
think-
suggestion is to delete the TikTok.
No, because it's clearly going well, and
That's the problem.
well.
It's
I
going
mean,
to keep going well, Luke. Do you want to be those guys with a massive TikTok and a small podcast? I can't stand for it.
I mean, it's very similar to my content. It's my second biggest platform and technically biggest because Facebook is no longer relevant.
Oh, well, Luke, I don't think we can work together anymore.
Yeah,
TikTok's your
I've
biggest platform. I don't think we can do that anymore.
my biggest one that I actually post on regularly. Yeah, I'm twice the size on TikTok than I am any other social media platform,
That's so funny.
which is so fucked.
You know,
but
I
also
saw-
that's where the people are.
No, that's where the people are. It is really, really cool. I think that's great. But me and you were laughing about it. I found like this, because there's this new breed of like influencers that start on TikTok and blow up there and then try to move other places instead of we're kind of going the opposite way.
Man, it's working.
Oh, yeah.
Those TikTokers are so big on YouTube now.
Yes.
They're always on my trending.
Yeah.
It's
It's
crazy.
crazy.
Like
But-
Dixie and Charlie D'Amelio. What's their name? D'Amelio?
Yeah, they're hitting like 6 million views on fucking YouTube.
Yeah, crazy.
Crazy. And I saw this guy in Australia who blew up on TikTok, and he's not really that big anywhere else.
Is that the guy from Wollongong?
Yeah. Bro, he did a meetup. So he's like, what
Dude,
is he?
this
Like maybe
is the
18 or
funniest
19?
shit I've ever seen.
Crazy. So this TikToker guy, I can't remember his name, but he's 18 or 19, he looks at, and he's doing these meetup tours. It looked like it was like done with the shopping centers. So he just showed up to a bunch of shopping centers to do meetups. And keep in mind, this is in the middle of the pandemic. Like this shit was happening, what,
His name's
3 weeks ago?
Fonzie Gomez.
Fonzie Gomez, that's right. And he's doing meetups, and he's 18, 19, and I saw him just pop up on my Instagram Explore, and he looks
I'm
like
screen
the Pied
recording here, so
Piper.
video people will be able to see it.
Look how many 9-year-old girls
They're just
are
following him around the
this
mall.
guy. It is insane. Screaming. This is the middle of a pandemic. All of these bloody Zoomers are going to take this home to their grandparents and kill them just so they can meet a TikToker who really can't look at them because they're 9.
He's literally walking around being followed by 10-year-olds. It's bizarre, and
Crazy.
I don't really understand it. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
TikTok.
understand. No, but I've watched these videos. I mean, good on him. He's doing well for himself, but he just interviews people. He just
Yes.
goes, hey, like, tell us something your mum or whatever that is. Tell us
Yeah,
something
he'll
your mum
walk up
doesn't
to an
know.
11-year-old girl and then ask her who she's dating. And then
Dude, he
she'll go,
literally does that shit.
Yes, actually.
There's like 9-year-olds and they're like, oh, she's my boyfriend. And he's like, oh, yeah? How's it going? And I'm like, don't ask further questions.
Don't
They're
ask that.
9.
That's enough. Yeah, they are 9. They are 9, and you are an adult stranger. That's sus. But that's Luke, if you keep going the way where you're going, that's going to be your shows next year. It's going to be just a bunch of 9-year-olds fucking screaming.
Yeah.
You're going to be
Oh
like,
my God.
hey guys, my name's Luke Kidgel, and I'm going to do the fog bit, and the whole crowd will go, boo, do the renegade.
Yeah. And then they go, because that's what I'm famous for, obviously, on TikTok, is shaking my tits
Yeah.
and waggling my cock around. That's what
It
I
is.
do.
It's crazy that I reckon there's going to be, even with my shit, like I'm still doing me on TikTok, but the people watching it are so much younger.
Well-
There's going to be, because my audience like started off young when I was young.
Dude, I
and
could
then
already
grew
see
up
it.
with me. Now I reckon it's going to flip around where I'm going to do a show and there's going to be all of my long terms and then the new like 18 to 25s. And then there's going to be a whole brand new group of 15, 16-year-old kids.
Yeah, I could already see it happening. Before the shows got cancelled, I was selling very well for the comedy festival. And I was like, the only difference is now I post my stand-up on TikTok.
Yeah.
And it's people like going, oh, we should go see shows. And like, they've probably never seen comedy before. And they're just like,
Yeah.
oh my
Mom,
God.
Can I
Mom,
see
Dad,
Luke
can I have your
Kidgel?
credit card?
He does the renegade.
Yeah. Can you stop telling people I do the renegade?
Well, I know you don't want to spoil it, but like it's a very popular dance. Like of course, and you're a huge TikToker. Of course, you're going to do the renegade at your shows.
Yeah. No. The reason why I'm actually bigger than Lewis on TikTok is because I just uploaded my stand-up on there.
Yeah.
It's a lot funnier than Lewis's.
Well, no, the problem is I
Clearly.
tried to upload all of my stand-up.
Yeah,
and
Lewis has got taken
literally
down.
100% of it got violated community guidelines, and I can't
Yeah.
upload it. I'm going to try it again. I think it's gotten a little bit less strict. I'm going to try it again and see if I can get some stand-up up there
So I think the solution is just,
to quit.
I don't know, follow us on Instagram. Hopefully we can make Instagram bigger. I don't know. There's no real solution.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Ruben must be feeling very threatened doing the Instagram clips. You're this new kid's come out of nowhere. He's about to eclipse
Yeah.
you.
It's very unsatisfying because the Instagram clips get like they cap out at like 3,000 views. You know, they're not going to get more than that.
Yeah.
TikToks are getting like 200,000 views. What the fuck am I doing?
We had a clip get 300,000 views on TikTok that probably took half the time to edit, which is very frustrating.
Oh, and you know what, Ruben? It has to be your fault because you're editing the same footage. So the only difference is it's you.
Well, sometimes the thing I do say to console myself is sometimes the clips I edit I'll actually give to Devlin, so he's really just uploading what I did in a TikTok format.
So what you're saying is we need to get rid of Dev.
Yeah, I'm doing his job as well, basically.
What was annoying was I had spent a long time editing a video on my TikTok, like just a clip from a Bachelor video, and then a couple of people were commenting going, wow, Devlin's doing some great work, keep it up, Dev. And I was just like, no, I spent a long time editing this, and he's getting all the credit. Yeah. I'm good on Dev.
That it is funny that people think that all of the boys work on all of our shit, whereas it's usually Keelan does my stuff, but outside of that, everyone's on Luke and Lewis only. Yeah. So sometimes, like, I got on my 500,000 subscriber video, I was like, man, big thanks to Keelan, big thanks to Luke, and a bunch of comments were like, what about Ruben? And I would just like to clarify that Ruben does a great job on the show, but he has contributed zero to my personal success, and I'd like to make that very clear.
And Lewis has asked me many times, but I've always refused. I'm not really interested in that sort of content.
That's false.
It's it's pretty lowbrow stuff, isn't it, Ruben?
It is. That's why I love working on your guys' show, because it's so highbrow. Which is
so highbrow. We talked about tranny dicks for fucking 6 minutes.
Exactly right.
But the real reason why I bring up the TikTok, okay, is something's been happening on TikTok that I find so funny. So Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things, she's super, super famous. She started uploading on TikTok and she fucking exploded on there. And but the thing is, she's also signed a deal with Samsung. So a while back, I think it was Taylor Swift or some big A-lister celebrity. Oh, it was maybe Ellen DeGeneres. She signed a deal with Samsung and then posted a photo, and then everyone worked out that the photo was actually posted on an iPhone. And then ever since then, anyone who signs any partnership with a phone, make sure to only post from their social media from that phone, because you can tell what phone people are posting from. So Millie Bobby Brown has a TikTok, and she posts TikTok from an Android, and it looks like it's fucking Minecraft. It is so funny. She's doing TikTok dances, and all of the comments are just, please get an iPhone. The money's not worth it. We understand the deal must be worth millions. You don't need the money. You look like a square. This is fucked. It's hilarious.
Dude, the replies to Ruben's Instagram stories during the week of him just using his new Android. Yeah. And again, we've had this discussion on the show. We know people get angry. We don't care.
Oh,
right?
Widgets. We are talking about social media, and iPhones are undeniably the best for what we are doing. If you think we're wrong, we're the experts in the field, you're wrong.
People literally are not even trying to be polite anymore. Dylan replied to your story, Ruben, the other day saying, Ruben, I fucking hate your camera. Get an iPhone.
Which story was that?
The one of you in the mask.
Oh, that was I thought the quality on that was pretty good.
Ruben's video looks nicer than Lewis's. Don't know why you guys keep saying Android sucks. That one was on your side, so that's good. I'm trying to read I'm trying to get some unbiased opinions here. But I tell you what, there's not many. There's one that just says, wow, can't see what he's trying to communicate here, but okay. So look, there's mixed responses, and a lot of people are disappointed that I uploaded a video during the week of Shrek doing a poo, but I thought that was a good one.
What's funny is that Millie Bobby Brown is getting paid millions to post from an Android, and people are still making fun of her. You're doing it for free. That's awesome.
I'm doing it for probably $500 because that's how much I would have had to pay for an iPhone extra.
Yes, so, that is true. That is the only thing that Androids really truly have, is that all Apple products are a ripoff.
Hey boys, speaking of Apple products being a ripoff, I bought a new Apple product during the week, and
we love that here.
My bank thinks I'm so poor that they assumed I was a victim of fraud, and they blocked my card.
This has got to be the 4th or 5th time you have brought this exact same thing to the show, where you spend any amount of money, and the bank
Yeah.
goes, impossible. He never does that.
Yes, it happens a lot, and it's with a different bank as well than the last time.
Oh, really? So,
So
you
I-
switch banks, and you just don't spend money ever.
Yeah,
good.
so and they were like, because I had to call up their like fraud hotline,
Yeah.
and then they were like, oh, I guess the computer would have registered as an I guess a peculiar purchase. The guy goes, it's a bit peculiar that you bought an Apple product at 10 p.m. on a Saturday night. And I was like, mate, don't judge me for my decisions. all
That
right?
is that's a wild Saturday night, isn't it?
It is a crazy. I mean, it's lockdown. I'm like, man, I'm in Melbourne. You know, he's like, yes, but it was from Apple Sydney. I'm like, well, yeah, that's where they're based.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't go into store to buy the Apple product because all their stores are closed. So
That's so funny. So
Yeah.
so now you spent thousands of dollars on a new Mac to edit fucking TikToks on. How good's that?
yes, literally.
You're gonna open.
At least
up
they'll look
bam.
better than Millie Bobby Brown's. All right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you look significantly better and significantly poorer than Millie Bobby Brown.
Yes. I'm not cashing in any deals, but people will like my TikToks. So
yeah,
that's
but
good.
as much as I make fun of that, we love people chasing the bag here. That's great. Get your money, Millie. You don't need.
I was
look
gonna
good.
say you're bag blocking a little bit, and we hate that on this show. And you've
No,
bag blocked.
I would.
You've
never
bag blocked our show already.
Well, look, I don't think that I've bag blocked. I think I'm trying to save us money because I still think that advertising a trans prostitute is not on brand with the show.
Technically, you've cock
Send
blocked
that to
our show.
Send that Frenchie's way.
Yeah. Okay. Well, do you have anything else on the list to talk about, or are we? How long have we been recording for?
Oh, Elon Musk has gone crazy, but that's kind of boring.
We can do the Big
just
Brother
hit
segment now.
50, so.
Oh, is that
yeah,
the
I guess we better do the Big Brother recap.
Elon Musk and Kanye's wives kept telling him to shut up on Twitter? Is that what that was about?
It is. It's pretty funny. Like, Elon Musk tweeted out, pronouns are stupid, like ze, zer, they, them, that type of shit. And then the problem is his Grimes, who he's having a child with, is like so from that world of pronouns and gender and all that social justice stuff that he put that out, and then everyone immediately went to her and was like, hey, what the fuck? You already post so much about hating evil capitalists, but you're dating one of the richest men in the world, and now he's dissing pronouns, which is literally your fan base. And so she kind of had to, she tweeted publicly, she said something like, hey, I love you, but please stop doing this. Call
Wait.
me.
Does she have a fan base of just like for being woke?
Man, so many people do. I don't
Like
think
what?
that's not, she makes
People
music.
just agree with them. So they're like, oh, I agree with you. I'm a
Yeah,
fan.
that's a huge thing. I mean, that's there's right wing people that do that. They're famous for just being right wing, so all the right wing people gravitate.
I think
to us.
I'm weird. I'm not a fan of anyone because I agree with them. I'm not a fan of anyone.
Yeah, I mean, you know what?
For that reason.
Me neither, because I don't think that I don't think I agree with anyone 100% of the time. So I feel like if you're agreeing with someone 100% of the time, you're not informed. You just listen to what they say, because no matter what, no human is right 100% of the time. They're always going to get it wrong sometimes. Some less than others, but if you agree with one person all the time, maybe you are just taking everything they say as fact all the time. But yeah, so she had to call him out publicly, really kind of to protect her own brand, which I thought was very funny. I think that Elon Musk just needs to stop fucking the first girl that gives him some eye contact. That dude has had like a bunch of different wives and children and all these different women. It's like, just because you're a genius doesn't mean you're good with women.
Oh, no, he's clearly not good at dating. I mean, maybe he
No.
likes her. I don't know. Clearly they don't agree on things, but that's okay.
No, you have to agree with 100% with your partner on all things. You got to treat it like some influencer on YouTube.
That sounds like a really healthy relationship you're in, Lewis.
Yes, yes.
Now, Keelan, it's time. Do you want me to play the Big Brother music, or do you have any spiel you want to do beforehand?
It is the last week of Big Brother recap. Last Wednesday was the finale, and so I'll just say this before I get started, that August 5th is the start of the American All-Star Series. So from August, let me have a look at my calendar. So August
So you know when you were sitting there before the show, not
11th?
doing much.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I
I'd have
just
been looking
forgot.
that up.
August 11th, we'll be back on here with the Big Brother recap of the USA All-Star Series.
No, we won't.
Oh,
We're not doing the
I
Alright.
hope I
one.
get corona.
Hit my intro.
Did someone set a clock?
Yeah, I just set a clock. So it started out on Monday with Sarah, Chad, Daniel, and Matt with 1T left in the house. And then after 2 eviction challenges, Sarah was unfortunately the one to go home that night. And she was even told by the Final Four, there is no Final Four pact, but boy was were they lying. The next day, Matt went home, leaving just Chad, Daniel, and Sophie as the final 3. Channel 7.
Ruben hates this so much. Cut to Ruben's camera right now. He was hating that.
It's such.
Channel 7 poorly edited the second last episode of the series. So they have this big celebration and then it cuts like to black out of nowhere and then went straight onto the documentary afterwards, not telling anyone how to vote. By the way, not that it's to anyone's use now, but bigbrother.com/vote, .com.au/vote is where you go to vote. Vote for Daniel. And then the finale episode was the most pathetic finale of Big Brother I've ever seen worldwide. Like 20 people in the audience and no theme music. Chad won.
So a bit like this segment.
Yeah. Like pretty like rushed.
Save it for
not
the
prepared.
recap, Lewis. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Not prepared, rushed, not very interesting, and quite boring to the viewer. It only went for an
Sounds
hour and a
familiar.
half, and everyone was like, "What the fuck did that just end there?" So, Chad ended
It
up
only
winning.
went for an hour and a half.
Yeah, Chad
That
ended
seems
up
like
winning.
enough.
I've got 18 seconds left. Chad ended up winning $230,000 because Kira took 15,000 home the other day, and 7, 6, 5, 4,
Okay.
3, and August 11th is when the new Big Brother recap starts. I'm done.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the most anticipated segment ever made on the Luke and Lewis show, the Big Brother Recap. Guys, I would like to start off the Big Brother recap by quickly recapping the recap with some sound effects. Right, now that that's out of the way, I think I would like to... So the Big Brother recap...
If I could just
happened-
interject, by
Yeah.
the way, Killen, that's how you prepare for a segment.
Yeah, so overall, the Big Brother recap was very underprepared, very uninteresting, and also kind of didn't recap anything. It was less of a recap, more of just a guy sitting there trying to remember what he watched a few days ago, because generally recaps are like great for people who are a fan of the series but maybe missed an episode, so they sort of recap what happened and explain to outsiders why that's important and why they should care. And I feel like for the entire season of this Big Brother recap, that hasn't been done, and it's just been Keelan saying Matt with no T a bunch, saying Chad did this and they did that. I did
Whereas
enjoy him.
No one
pointing
knows who
out-
Chad is.
Sorry, you interrupted
No.
my recap. I did enjoy his expose on the bad editing. And as someone who frequently makes mistakes on our show, it's good that he can recognize when somebody else fucks up too. But other than that, I would say that it was kind of boring. And that's the end of the Big Brother recap, guys. Thank you
Just
very much
before
for
you
listening.
do finish it, what were
Yep.
your thoughts about the bit where he stalled for 4 seconds by just counting down the clock so he hit the time?
This might be a contentious opinion. Best part of the segment.
I agree. It was because it was the only part that wasn't Big Brother related, and I just sometimes enjoy watching Keelan stall.
Love a bit of anything. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Right.
All right, well, I think
That's the end
that
of the
was
episode, guys.
that was a great recap
Yep.
and a pretty average recap, but that's
Yep.
as expected.
Pretty
And-
average finale as well, though, if we're being fair.
That's true. I guess you can't be like
Yeah.
you can only recap the material that you're working with, and if
What are
Big
they
Brother
voting on? Because wasn't it pre-recorded?
So the final 3 were voted by the public. So the winner was voted by the public. So there were 3 finalists.
So was the finalist like they got them back in, Or vote.
Yeah, it was really weird. So they finished recording. So like, Matt was evicted. He left the house, and then 10 minutes later, they all left the house as well. Just a weird thing. And then they came back, all met up in Sydney last week. Did their
that is
their live
really
finale.
So they've lived like what 8 months of life outside the house, and then they go back in so that people can vote.
Yeah, and Chad and Sophie were in a relationship in the house, and then they were expected to like pretend. At the finale.
True.
Are
It
they
was like
still in a
the-
relationship?
See,
No.
now
I
this
don't think
information
so.
would have been great for you to put in the recap. This is actually
Yeah, but I'd
interesting.
forgotten about it because I didn't prepare.
Yeah.
Both their
Standard.
Instagrams are so not like, because they're posting outside of the house. It's so obvious they're not together, because
Yeah.
if you were together, you'd be posting about your partner winning, the challenge or whatever.
That's so funny.
And they were asked on stage. Sonia goes, "So you guys still in a relationship?" And they're both like, "Oh, we haven't seen each other for 5 months, but I guess."
That's so funny.
I guess for the purposes of this show, we are.
I'm
so weird to
contractually
just
obligated to say
lie.
yes. All right, well, that's the end of the episode, guys. And my YouTube's figure drops July 31, youtube.com, at 3 p.m. US Eastern Standard Time. I'm being told that in Australia, that's like 4 to 5 a.m. August 1st, depending on what state you're in. Google it, 3 p.m. US Eastern Standard Time. They're going to go quick.
Example of what the YouTube's figure looks like. It is on the shelf in Lewis's garage.
Well, garage is what people call it. What's what
Yep.
I call it. Guys,
Great.
talk to you on Thursday.
My camera's off, so I'm just going to leave it off for the rest of the episode. Goodbye.
Patreon
Bye.
movie night is tonight. We're watching Over the Hedge at 9 p.m.
Oh,
Australian Eastern Standard Time. If you're a senior
Actually-
sounder or above.
I would have to say my favorite animated film, and I'm looking forward to confirm if I actually still believe that, or maybe I was in a good mood when I saw it when I was 9. Bye.